Alright, here we are, Disney's Animal Kingdom. Right here's a photo pass opportunity with a cool logo in the back, or a cool entrance in the back. Also, something new that they have is over here to the right, there's like an Encanto photo op that you can all get in that little box. Over here to the left is a Rainforest Cafe. And then people are piling in there. Take a look at that. Here we are back in the parks, or inside the Animal Kingdom Park now, and over here is the iconic Tree of Life, where everybody wants to get their picture taken. I'll see if I can zoom in just a little bit. There we go. There's the Tree of Life. They usually have it all lit up at nighttime, but this is an iconic place to get your picture taken. There's some photo pass people there, and then there's a photo pass person right there. It seems like this one has a shorter line than that one. There's shops here on both sides as soon as you walk in. Discovery Trading Company, and over there is the Island Mercantile. As you walk in and go to the right, if you go to the left, you go to where the Avatar ride is. If you go to the right, they have the Dinosaur Land, but also, this is a fun, over here is one of the characters from Up. There you go. So if you're a big Up fan, which I love that movie, you can get your picture taken with him. We were in line to get our picture taken with him, and then he's getting ready to leave, and then they're gonna bring out Doug the dog. Off in the distance, there's Dino Land. All right, they got some kind of bird show going on right there in the center. And they fly right over your heads. All right, over here to the left is the Flame Tree Barbecue if you are hungry, right before the Dino Land. But what we're headed to is to see Kevin. Kevin from the movie Up. Take a look at this. He doesn't go out too far because of how tall he is, but you definitely can get kind of close to him. Very cool. Eating Kevin.
Take a picture. Hold on. All together on this thing. She's impressed off your You don't want to take a picture? We're going to go back.
All right, here's the entrance to Dino Land. I got this new signage that says Donald's Dino Bash. Take a look at that cool dinosaur. I love the theming here, but we gotta enjoy it while we can because they're getting ready to replace Dino Land and turn it into something else. Okay, over here to the right of Dino Land, there is some place to see. You got Dino Bite snacks, and then there is a restaurant. Okay, Dinosaur, the ride had a 40-minute wait, so we're switching gears and we're going back over to the Avatar world because we have Disney Plus Lightning Lane passes there. One thing about that way you can enjoy the park as well and not have to worry about walking from one side to the other to get your rides because they're so spread apart. It's a cool day here. We're gonna come over here to It's Tough to Be a Bug. We're gonna do It's Tough to Be a Bug. 10-minute standby. Pretty much walking right on. The cool thing about this line, you get really close to the Tree of Life. Zoom in for you guys. Tree of Life. And then they also have some great vegetation, palm trees and all different kind of foliage. There we go. So this show is right under the Tree of Life. Now, from what I've heard, rumors, they're going to replace this show with Zootopia. Look at that. Oh, amazing carvings through there. There's some bamboo. But yeah, this show is going to be extinct here soon, and they're going to replace it with something else. So if you're able to, come out and watch it while you can. That is a cool tree. You walk into a cave like. So it's supposed to be about 91 degrees today, but right now it's pretty comfortable because that cloud is, or the sun is staying behind a cloud. Oh, look at these beautiful carvings. Very cool. Right there's some type of monkeys. Here's some of the posters that they make to now appearing in It's Tough to Be a Bug, and they have the different bugs that are on display. This attraction might be frightening for children, it says. There's an alligator carved in the wall. A gorilla. To your left is Asia. Right here is the Adventurers Outpost where you can meet Mickey and Minnie. And there's some lively action up ahead.
I'm here. I still be looking for.
Alright, that's where Doug and Carl usually are again, and nobody's there. Alright, so we're going back to the center of the square. One thing about this park is sometimes you backtrack a lot. And here's the iconic Tree of Life again. There's a baby crying over there trying to get a picture with him. Huge photo op spot. You can rent strollers, wheelchairs, motor carts here. The Island Mercantile. They do character drawings over here on the left-hand side. What you would do is take a picture and you text it to them, and they draw the photos from the phone. That way you're not wasting any time here at the parks. Here's a photo pass option. Get your picture taken with the Lion King characters. They got the Disney Vacation Club on the left-hand side. Disney will gladly take your money on one of those timeshare programs. They say the Disney Vacation Club is the best of all the evils, because they, you know, some people say that they never get a timeshare, but I heard some of the financial guys say, well, if you're gonna get one, you can do that one, but they don't recommend any timeshare. Over here to the right hand side, a Nomad Lounge, place to rest, drink, get some of those fruity type drinks, some alcoholic beverages.
Got the best ride. Guardians of the Galaxy, where it drops like used to be the Tower of Terror.
Here's a beautiful look at one of the rivers. The vines hanging down, palm branches, lilies, or lily pads. All right, we're starting to enter in the Valley of Mora.
And then the
This is the newest of all the worlds here at Animal Kingdom. There's another photo pass option right here. Take a look at that. If you ever watched the movie Avatar 1 or 2, and you would be a very big fan of this area. Look at some of the stuff over here. At nighttime, this area is really beautiful. Take a look at these eggs and the splashes of color through here. All right, here we are under this huge structure at Avatar Land, and we're standing in line to get a photo pass. Look how they decorate this area. The newest area here at Animal Kingdom. Very cool. And this is the line for the photo pass. We bought the photo pass that gets you pretty much photo passes for the entire week stay that you are on vacation, or you can do like single day photo passes. So you just have to pick one that you can afford and fits your vacation schedule. But if you were going to ride the Navarro River, it's got an 85-minute standby time. The Flight of Passage, which is the most popular ride here at Animal Kingdom, has an even longer time. It was 95 minutes last time I looked. But here, take a look at that shot. Pretty cool. Now look at this little structure here.
Can you go short? Bradley, you want to walk with me or Nani? You want to walk with me or Nani?
Alright, we are on the Navarre River ride. Take a look at this. Views. Conditioned in here. Very colorful. Alright, so we got off of that Navarre River ride and it was good, but I would not have waited 85 minutes for that ride. I'm glad we got the Genie Plus pass for it and we were able to get Lightning Lane and get right on. But yeah, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, it was a cool ride, but I don't know if it was worth 85 minutes. Alright, we're going to move forward. Now we're right underneath the Avatar Mountain. Look at those skies, they're a little bit gray. It looks like we might get rained on here in about an hour. Now we're gonna head off to Flight of Passage. All right, so they have plenty of photo pass people out and about in this area because everybody wants to get their pictures taken here. All right, off in the distance, Flight of Passage, the most popular ride here. Wonder what he's got in that cart. All right, it's 110-minute standby time. Just dropped because it was 1:15. They have a cart here that you can get in to make sure that you fit in the ride.
But I didn't know whether
Try to find out where the line is for this so we can get on. Boy, am I glad I got the Genie Plus, being that this is 110 minutes. This is what the ride looks like that you mount before you get on. And this shows you a diagram of how to get on there.
all right.
Okay, we just got off of the Flight of Passage ride. Excellent ride. First time riding it, and I strongly recommend it. Now, this is the gift shop. After you get off of Flight of Passage, the Avatar gift shop. We got some cool backpacks on decorated. All kinds of snacks and shirts and memorabilia from Pandora, the world of Avatar. There's some toys here on the left. There's an avatar maker where they can turn you into an avatar. Take a look at this. Like Axe. Some plushies. Oh. Here's a Loungefly backpack. Give it to Disney and make another Loungefly. This one has multiple wings on it for the avatar. There's some glow-in-the-dark shirts. Oh, here's your avatar ear bands. There's a glow-in-the-dark shirts. Experience Pandora, a world like no other. There's a line to pay for all your stuff, or you can do the mobile checkout. Disney does offer that. Just about every place that you can buy merchandise, you can do mobile checkout. It's a lot faster. You can build your own Na'vi bracelet or necklace here for $20. Some more Pandora merch. Pandora, the world of Avatar hat. Here's the collectible figures. You can buy some hair ties that are like Pandora-like. And then they got, of course, your famous pins. These are all different kinds of Avatar, Pandora type pins. Here's some more t-shirts. Oh, this is a pretty cool Banshee figure of Avatar riding on a Banshee. Pandora shirt, backpacks, and then there's a big old like headband that you can wear. On this side, they have a bunch of like birds on display and that you can control with like a remote control. And then there's another checkout over here. And off in the back there, they do have some Disney pins in case you want to do some trading. There you go. That's a look at the Pandora Flight of Passage gift shop. We'll move on. As you exit out, they have a spot here to the left where you can get some type of fruity beverage. But take a look at this awesome looking machine robot that they have on display where you can get your picture taken with it. Over here to the right is a, like, I believe it's a walk-up place where you can get something to eat. I did eat there one time and I remember having some different kind of food. Let me see if I can get close to the menu to show you guys. Take a look at the food here. They got to create your own kind of bowl. You select your protein, you select your base, your sauce, Ocean Moon Bowl, desserts, kids meals. But it's all geared toward like the Avatar ride, so it's kind of unique in that way. It wasn't my cup of tea, but some people might like it. Alright, kind of a crowded and busy area here. Alright, we'll move on. Okay, now we're going to head toward Africa. Toward the safari ride, which we have a lightning lane there. But we're also going to try and find some place to eat before we get on there. Now, a great thing about the lightning lane is you can modify the times on there. So like ours already had started and we were in the 1 hour allotted time to get onto that ride, and we're not going to have enough time to eat and get on that ride, so we modified it within the app, and you can modify it multiple times. There's no limit, I don't believe, to modifying your time. This is a cool little area here. They have crickets and sound effects of bugs and all kinds of critters that may be in the forest. With some cool looking moss hanging out from the trees, and of course palm leaves. As you can see, it's starting to rain just a little bit. Light rain, enough to cool you off. And just like that, we're starting to transition out of one area to another. Take a look at this river. Look at those lilies with the flowers growing up off of the lily pads. That's cool. Alright, now we're in Africa. There is a snack station to the left. If you want to get you a Mickey ice cream bar. Or to there, there's a Harmred house. Here's some of the theming for these rides, or for this particular building. And restrooms. Mr. Matumbo's fishing tours. Those are kind of fish that you can fish for.
You don't want this anymore?
there's a ton of people that were walking the other way. So I'm glad we're going this direction, because there seemed like everybody else was going the other direction. Over to my left, there is the Festival of the Lion King. That's where they do the Lion King show. I definitely recommend you watch that at least once. It's a pretty cool show. If you're into Broadway and big old productions and shows, that's the thing for you. Here's some more decorations. Right, there's the sign that shows you Discovery Island's this way. This Kilimanjaro Safaris is to the right, Pandora is backwards. Festival of Lion King, we just passed it. Here you can get some ice cream bars or some popcorn chips.
You always do like 5 or 10. You never do the right thing.
And here's a walk-up, I believe, restaurant. We're gonna go in here and see what they have to offer.
Or we split up behind the table, Yeah, let's go off the coffee.
All right, here's a little bit of a congested area. Okay, right there's a walk up where you can get like hot dogs and street corn on the cob. Over in the distance is the safari. That's where we're going to be walking. Check out this merch. This is a gift shop, African gift shop. Over in the distance, it's some type of parade or something. Okay, I ended up getting a beef and lamb pita to eat. Now we're gonna head over to the safaris. That beef and lamb pita, it was okay. I guess it's one of those things you gotta try it once, find out what it's like. If you like it, get it again. If not, you learned your lesson. I think I'm one and done on it. All right, so the rain stopped. It was just a light rain. We're talking minutes, enough to cool people off, and then the humidity slapped us right in the face after it got done raining. But at least the sun is tucked behind a cloud for majority of the day. Over here to the left, this is where you can get your Mickey shaped pretzel, a hot dog, grilled corn on cob, or a churro. And then now we're gonna use our lightning lane and get on the Kilimanjaro Safaris. Right now it's got a standby entrance of 65 minutes. The lightning lane looks like it's longer than the standby. Interesting. Okay, here we go. We're gonna use our lightning lane. Thank you. If you have a stroller, you can park it here. Something I noticed, a lot of times they have an attendant on duty for strollers, because people will just take and push them in here, and the attendant will take and line them up nicely. Nice little service they do. They have these fans that blow on just about every ride because they know how hot Florida is. On the left is a standby line. When you see the people in the standby line, you get really appreciative of the lightning lane.
One of the little ones.
Ciao everyone, we are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles, and I wanted to make certain I told you about our loading procedures. Before you actually enter the loading area, please locate the nearest trash bin and discard.
Thanks for supporting Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safari, we go wild.
Make sure you're scooting all the way in, making room for everyone in their party. If our party does not fit, no worries, friends. We'll be on that next truck today. If you're finding your seats on the right-hand side, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are sliding on closed. The animals are scared of doors. That's not a word. That's not a we thank you. Another great say here in Harambe is playing Tornado Me. Let's go. John, everyone. My name is Jessica. I hope you're supporting me out there today. Now, a few things for safety before we enter the reserve. I do need everyone to remain fully seated at all times, keeping their hands, arms, feet, and legs fully inside the safari vehicle. Our first stop today is going to be the Little Ituri Forest, and the Little Ituri Forest is home to the more shy animals on the reserve. They're going to use their natural camouflage to blend in with their surroundings and hide from predators. So it might be just a little bit harder to find, but I will do my best to point out all the ones that I can find for you out there today. Over on the left-hand side are going to be two different types of antelope. The more tannish brown are going to be the greater kudu. The more orange brown are going to be called the bongo. Now the greater kudu over there are female. I can tell that because they do not have any horns on top of their heads. The greater kudu will have horns getting up to about 6 feet in length. Over on the right-hand side on the hill there is an okapi. And then over on the top of the left-hand side is going to be some saddle-billed storks. Now the bongo and the more orangish brown of the antelope we saw back there. Both male and female bongos will have horns on top of their heads. They're going to lean them against their backs. To move through the heavy underbrush of the forest, and males will get a bit darker on the front of their necks and on the front of their legs as they reach maturity age. The okapi we saw back there may look like it was wearing zebra pants. It's not going to be related to the zebra at all. They are just going to be related to the giraffe, the only known relative of the giraffe, which we know because of their similar skeletal structure and also because of their long prehensile tongue. Over on the left-hand side, there is a black rhino. Black rhinos are going to have a triangle-shaped prehensile upper lip, which they're going to use to grab onto grasses and hay. They're about 3,000 pounds when fully grown and are mainly solitary as they are very, very territorial animals. So like their own space, they're going to stick in it. We saw those saddle-billed storks earlier. They'll stand about 5 feet tall, have a wingspan of around 9 feet wide, and are also mainly solitary, but they will mate, and they will mate for life. So that was a mated pair that we saw back there. And they're going to communicate to each other by rattling their bills back and forth. Now we are making our way on out of the Little Aturi Forest here, and our next stop will be the Safi River. As we make our way down into the Safi River here, it looks like there are quite a few pink-backed pelicans over on their right-hand side. Pink-backed pelicans are going to get their name from the pink color on their back. Some will get a bit darker during mating season. They're also going to be colonial nesters, which means they will nest in pairs. Anywhere from 20 to 500 of those pairs, which is going to be quite a lot of those pelicans. As you move a bit further into the Safi River here, I want you to look down in the water, see if you can see any shadowy shapes or any sort of air bubbles, as both of those are going to be great indicators of Nile hippos. Nile hippos can hold their breath for up to around 8 minutes at a time and are more than capable of swimming, but oftentimes instead will choose to walk or run along the bottom of the river to get to where they need to go. Babies are born about 85 pounds, with adults getting anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 pounds when fully grown. And it looks like there was at least one down there in the water that I caught a quick glimpse of. Kind of hiding down there on the left. That's me. Also down on the left, there are quite a few Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles are going to be the largest of the crocodilian species over in Africa, getting up to about 16 feet in length from the tip of the nose to the tip of bone-crushing strength. While they are bone-crushing, though, they can also be quite nurturing, as mother and father Nile crocodiles are going to help their young hatch by rolling around their eggs in their mouth to soften those eggshells with their saliva. Now we are making our way out of the Safi River here. We're going to be heading on over to the savannah. And the savannah is going to be one of the harshest ecosystems in the world. With heavy rainfall leading to flash floods, to no rain at all, which can lead to prolonged droughts. There are going to be millions of migratory animals that will visit the savannah each year that will need to learn how to adapt to those harsh conditions. One of the ways they can do that is the baobab tree coming up on our right-hand side. The baobab tree over there can remain leafless for up to 9 whole months of the year, and it'll store all that water in its very large trunk. It will do that in case there is a drought, not for themselves though, but for the animals out there, as they will rip off pieces of its bark, which has a spongy-like texture inside, and they can then suck or squeeze the water out of to drink. That's definitely going to be very, very helpful for all of those animals out there, especially when there's been no rain for a few weeks to even a few months, and those watering holes will start to dry up. Now, it does look like there is quite a bit of movement up ahead here on the savannah, which is definitely very exciting. So keep your eyes open for any movement that we might see as we make our way down here today. Over on the left-hand side there, looks like there are 2 African painted dogs laying down in between the 2 trees there on the left. African painted dogs are one of the most successful pack hunters in the world, and each of them will have a unique design on their coat patterns. None of those coats are going to be the same, even though they might look quite similar. They're also going to have a wide range of vocal communication noises, some of which might even sound like high-pitched chirping noises. Up ahead on the left-hand side, looks like there are a few of the Hartmann's mountain zebra. The Hartmann's mountain zebra are going to be the smallest of the zebra species over in Africa, and each of their stripe patterns will be completely unique. So just like those African painted dogs will have unique patterns, the zebras will have unique stripes. Now they're actually going to use those stripes to help identify each other. They'll memorize those stripe patterns, make sure to tell each other apart. They are also going to be very helpful for us when we are tracking those migratory groups and patterns of those animals over in Africa. We will use those stripe patterns as well. And then a group of them will be called a dazzle. Over on the left-hand side are a few springbok. These springbok are going to be a type of antelope, one of the smallest, standing at about 2 to 3 feet tall, almost Morse-colored with their tan, brown, and white stripes. Those springbok are going to get their name from the way they spring up in the air, about 6 feet high. They can also leap about 13 feet forward. And they have a defense mechanism called pronking, P-R-O-N-K-I-N-G, where they will jump up and down to that 6-foot height repeatedly to deter predators from approaching them. Around the corner here on the left-hand side, it looks like there are quite a few Maasai giraffe. Maasai giraffe are going to be the tallest land animal, standing at about 16 to 20 feet tall. The Maasai giraffe, like the relative the okapi we saw earlier, are going to have those very long prehensile tongues, which they are going to use to grab onto their food in a method called browsing. Their tongue is going to be a dark purple, almost a blackish color, so they do not get sunburnt throughout the day. Francis, make sure we're not calling out to these animals. Alright, we want to make sure we're being respectful of them in their home. We want to make sure we're not making any noises at them, yelling at them. We want to make sure that we feel very comfortable in their environment. Over on the right-hand side, there are a few wildebeest. Wildebeest are going to be one of the largest migratory animals. They'll migrate in a group of up to 1.5 million and travel around 500 to 1,000 miles in a year. Friends, let's make sure we're not passing our children back and forth as well. They do need to remain fully seated in one spot for the entire safari.
There's a giraffe in our way. We're not able to drive because we didn't want to hit it. Look at that. Maasai giraffe we saw earlier, again, tallest land animal. Babies are born at about 6 feet tall and can stand and walk around an hour after birth. A group of them while standing still is going to be called a tower, and a group of them on the move is going to be called a journey.
marks over there in that red clay. And it looks like I found the elephants that might have made those tusk marks. Now African elephants will they'll break off chunks of it. It's got lots of great minerals and nutrients in there for them to eat. Almost like a multivitamin that we might take. This is going to be a family group, as there is a younger elephant in that group. Family groups are composed of the older females, usually run by the oldest female, the matriarch, that will all work together to take care of the younger elephants. Now the matriarch is not always the oldest in the group, but it will be the one with the most experience. She's the one that knows where to find all the food and water to make sure that the younger ones in the group get all the food and nutrients that they need. African elephants are going to be the largest land animal. They'll get up to about 14,000 pounds when fully grown. And on hotter days, you'll even see them flapping their large ears back and forth to cool themselves down up to around 15 degrees. They're going to use their trunks, grab onto their food and water, bring it up to their mouths to eat or drink. They're also going to spray mud or water onto their backs to cool themselves with skin throughout the day. Side here are going to be quite a few of the greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are called such because they are the largest species of flamingo. They're also going to be the lightest pink. They're going to get their light pink color from the brine shrimp that they eat, which has beta carotene in it. And a group of them will be called a flamboyance. A little bit of a different area of the savanna here, which usually means we're going to be seeing some different types of animals. Over on the left-hand side, it looks like there are a few white rhinos laying down there. Get their name from the mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word "weit," which means wide, as a descriptor of their wide mouths. They're going to use their wide mouths to graze on hay and grass. I can get anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000. Over on the right are a few ostrich. Side, it looks like there is a cheetah up on top of the hill there. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal, reaching speeds up to about 60 miles an hour, which they can do in just 3 seconds. They're going to use their tails to help balance while moving at those very fast speeds. And they also have little black lines coming down from underneath their eyes to absorb sunlight and reduce glare. Around the corner on the left-hand side is going to be an island formation of rocks called a kopie. Oftentimes up on kopies we might see larger predators, so keep your eyes open for any large predators that might be out on that kopie today. seeing those ostrich again. The ostrich are going to be the largest bird. They're also going to be completely flightless, so their large wings cannot help them get off the ground. Instead, they will help them steer while moving at speeds of up to around 43 miles an hour, covering about 10 to 16 feet per stride while moving at those very fast speeds. Over on the left-hand side are a few warthog burrows. Warthogs are going to be the largest burrowing animal over in Africa. More than capable of making their own burrows. Sometimes they might reduce, reuse, recycle some, and they will back up into those burrows with their razor-sharp tusks pointing outwards as a defense mechanism. And again, those ostrich there on the right. And down on the right-hand side, looks like there might even be a glimpse of a few ostrich eggs laying down there in the grass. Ostrich eggs are about 3 pounds each in weight and can withstand the weight of the average needing to support the full weight of that ostrich. Now we are making our way out of the savannah here. We're going to be heading on into Magadi Glen. And Magadi Glen is home of our Warden's Post. Now what our wardens do throughout the day is make sure that all of our animals are happy and healthy. Make sure everyone's doing well. They are a very vital part to helping this reserve run smoothly. We definitely could not do what we do here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve without the help of our wardens. It looks like our wardens might have a few helpers of their own. They're going to be called the Nigerian dwarf goats. Nigerian dwarf goats are social, playful animals. They'll jump and climb on pretty much anything that they can. They're also very useful. They'll help clear unwanted bushes and weeds from farmland. They provide a very sweet milk that's going to be high in nutrients that our wardens can drink as milk or turn into butter or cheese. Now we are making our way out of Magadi Glen here and away from the Nigerian dwarf goats, which does mean the approaching end of our safari. I would like to talk about conservation for a few moments with you. One of my favorite conservation topics is going to be grabbing zebras. With the Disney Conservation Fund teaming up with researchers and farmers over in Africa to help pregnant zebra. And you may be wondering why pregnant zebra need help. That's because they need to drink a lot of water. Oftentimes to get to that water, they're going to walk through farmland, maybe stepping on a few crops. They do not know what farmland is, they are just trying to get to their water. But the farmers, that is their livelihood, they do not want those animals stepping on their crop. So what they did is they built fences all around their farmlands, completely blocking the zebra from getting the water that they need. Which we do not want. We want these animals to repopulate safely and live very long lives, and of course they cannot do that without access to water. So what the Disney Conservation Fund did is they teamed up with those researchers and those farmers over in Africa to build pathways throughout their farmland. So the zebra are able to get the safe and constant access to water that they need, and those farmers are able to keep all of their farmland intact. And that's going to be a truly amazing example of coexistence between humans and wildlife, and is also one of the biggest goals of the Disney Conservation Fund, which is truly inspiring to me. So if you found any animal out there particularly inspiring, you want to learn more about them, please feel free to come up and ask questions, but also to go out there, do your own research. There's so much you can learn about all these amazing animals, and I definitely want to make sure you learn as much as you can on your journey out there today. If you're a wilderness explorer on board, your code word for today's safari badge is going to be the Simba 1, S-I-M-B-A, just like the line and then the number 1. And you'll find my friend with the orange satchel at the end of our safari today to go ahead and grab that safari badge. Now it will be just a few moments before we head on into the village here today. If you're looking to see some more animals, you can head on over to 2 of our self-guided trails. One is going to be right here in Africa, the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Self-guided means you will walk along on your own. You can take wheelchairs and strollers as well. They are completely accessible. You'll be able to head on over. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes each. There are plenty of information placards along the way, as well as a few wardens that will help you if you do have any questions that you need answered. Okay, there's one right here in Africa, which is the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. You'll be able to find some of the animals we saw out there in Africa, and some that we definitely did not, including the western lowland gorillas. Then you can also head on over to Asia to the Maharaja Jungle Trek, where you'll see some tigers, some bats, even a Komodo dragon. Definitely very, very fun. I recommend checking them out if you do have the time today. We are heading into the village here, which does mean it is almost time to say goodbye. I do not like to say goodbye though, for it is much too sad and far too final. So instead what I'll say to you all today is Kuaharini, and Kuaharini does mean to go well. So if you'll go well, go wild, go have a great rest of your day out there at Disney's Animal Kingdom, or wherever your next adventure may take you. On the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are slack.
Okay, so that safari ride was super fun. It was longer than what I remember it being. And they say never is two safaris the same. Take a look at this guy carving out this staff. That's pretty cool. Alright, there's another gift shop there. It's called Mombasa Marketplace. Okay. One of our party members had to use the restroom, so we're gonna wait on him. But meanwhile, we're in this congested area where people like to watch the show. Okay, now we're gonna walk toward Everest, which is in Asia. The sun just keeps coming back out, going, tucking away, going, can't make up its mind. Over here on the right is a backside of the Tree of Life. It's a good photo op opportunity. So over in this direction is Asia and Dino Land. We have reservations to eat at the Tuscan House. I believe that's what it's called. Around the 5 o'clock hour. We tried to book the latest appointment we could because Animal Kingdom does close at like 7.
One of them was a buggy, right?
Take a look at the Tree of Life. Beautiful tree. Different animals on the backside. See an owl up there, ostrich. But yeah, so we tried to be strategic with our planning, with all the lightning lanes, so that way we weren't walking back and forth to different parts of Animal Kingdom. Look at the crowd here. And then with the planning of our dinner, we tried to book it out as fast as, or as far as we could, because it is a sit-down character dining with Donald Duck. Over to the left is Feathered Friends in Flight. It's a bird show where you can sit down and birds will fly right by you. So if you're not a fan of birds, that's not where you want to be. Oh, here's a cool photo op opportunity. All right. We're going to keep on walking. Usually there's a photo pass option right up here. Yep, sure is. Where you can get your picture taken with those like flags or in the background or hanging from a tree. Visitors, welcome to Asia. This is the first part of Asia here. Over to the left is the Yak and Yeti restaurant. Here's a walk up here in Asia. Are you hungry? A little bit of a cluster here. One of the fun things about going to these amusement parks, makes for good people watching. Saw somebody wearing a Kiss t-shirt. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, take a look at this statue right here up ahead. It's a perfect shape of Everest in the background. We're gonna do this photo op.
I can't do it.
All right, here's the statue. If you position yourself correctly, it'll line up directly with, it'll line up directly.
It's perfect. On the right height.
There with Everest. Alright, here's a vista of the Himalayas. Check out that structure of Everest in the background. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to continue walking toward Everest. Sometimes rumor has it that in those carts right there that they transport, that sometimes they have characters hidden inside there, and it's faster to tuck them away in those things instead of having them walk, because people are constantly stopping them to get their pictures taken with them. Over on the left hand side you can see how they have decorated with backpacks and camping gear for people who travel and try to climb Mount Everest. Here's a soft serve waffle cone truck. Take a look at that truck. That is cool looking, the way they have that painted up. And they sell the Yeti sundae. Also some beverages. Very cool. The Thirsty River Bar and Trek Snacks. There's some more of the theming. I love those flags that they have decorated, just like they do on Mount Everest. All right, this is the beginning to Expedition Everest. There it is. All right, so if you're in the lightning lane, you come over here. Stand by 60 minutes. All right, so just got off of Everest, and that was super fun. My favorite ride here at Animal Kingdom. I did get a little dizzy on it, I will admit that. There's a Disney Disney pin board. That one had a lot of pins on it. I like it when I go pin trading and the board has a lot of them. Okay, so we're coming up here. They got some kind of show going on. Let's see if I can catch it. Underneath this bridge. If you're watching this and you have been to Animal Kingdom, I'm curious, what is your favorite ride here? Comment down below. I'd love to know what that is. With the new addition to the Avatar ride. With the new addition to the Avatar rides, that's becoming a fan favorite for everybody. So I'm wondering if people still like the other rides, the old ones. All right, to my left is Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. This is a theater show. We're gonna see if we can watch this. Get us out of the sun for a little bit.
Attention ocean explorers. Throughout the world, marine animals large and small face threats to their survival, including habitat destruction, pollution, and unsustainable fishing practices. But the more you learn about ocean animals, the more you can help. You can start by visiting a local library, asking a teacher, or exploring online resources that celebrate the wonders of the natural world.
Okay, we just got done watching the Nemo show, and it's about a 25-minute show. Of course, I couldn't record in there because of copyright purposes. But big time production that they put in there. They have like these fish that costumes that they hold up, and they're real singers in there. It's not recorded tracks, so that's what makes it better. Okay, now we're going into Dinosaur Land. We have a fast pass to ride the dinosaur ride, which will probably be for our very last time before they take this thing out. Look at this huge structure that they have advertising Dino-Rama. All right, it's getting close to the 4 o'clock hour in the day. I think we've made pretty good use of our fast passes. We'll be eating at the Tuscan House around the 4:45. Over here on the right, they can do character drawings. Over here on the left, there's a lot of rides that are kind of like fair rides. A lot of ones that go in like circles. Over there, you can meet Donald. Donald Duck over there in the distance for photo ops. Over there to the right There's some kind of critter beyond that railing.
Also, I had to buy a Amazon yesterday that it's coming tomorrow.
And now that we're entering in the dinosaur area, they have the dino theming going on. Lots of green foliage.
I need to test that out.
Now we're coming up on the entrance to
And I
Dinosaur.
was like, I can't do that with the freaking white
should I look
collar
over the
shirt. So I had to get a black turtleneck because I also didn't want to wear a full long turtleneck on
That girl's loud.
So I said, maybe it is.
Speaking of that,
I'm gonna let her pass by.
for Ragathon, then I found this.
All right, take a look at this fossil here on the right-hand side of a T-Rex. And then here's the entrance to Dinosaur. All right, now that we're inside here, take a look at this huge fossil of a T-Rex, or actually it's something else, like a Carnotaurus. Cool.
Marsh, director of the Dino Institute, and I hope you enjoyed those quaint exhibits in the old wing. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover.
This is a holding area. They're loading people up on the right-hand side. Exiting, oh, actually they're loading them up on both sides. The transport loading bay. All right, here we are. Final time on Dinosaur. entering into Asia. Disney's Animal Kingdom. Headed toward Africa. Let's see if we can watch the Lion King show before it ends. There's a cool photo pass option. Alright, take a look at those people over there. I think there's also a spot to get a Dole Whip here in Africa. So we're going to try to do that as well. Here's a look at Feathers Friends in Flight. That show's closed now for the day. We are in the later part of the day here. It's almost 5 o'clock. This is the one Disney park that does close sooner than the rest because kind of like a zoo. They got to close early for the animals. Mr. Camel's chicken dumplings. Alright, here is a sweet. They got a Japanese shaved ice dessert there. Now here's another cool photo op. This is the backside of the Tree of Life. You see a lot of people are already posing for pictures.
That's the backside of that tree.
Yeah, it is. Some beautiful sights, lots of rivers and streams. Check out these squirrels. They're not afraid of humans. They're almost domesticated. I wouldn't recommend touching one though. A spot to get a Dole Whip. This is where we're going. Okay, we are out of the Lion King show. What a great show and what a great production they put into that. I believe they take people from Broadway over in New York, and some of those people will come over here to do the show. So now we're here at the Tuscan House, Tusker House restaurant. We're waiting for our reservations. There's somebody knocking on that door there. See, there they go again, knocking on that door. But over here is a marketplace. We're gonna go check this out. This is a Mombasa marketplace and see what they have to offer in here. They do henna art, where they do like a tattoo that lasts like 7 to 10 days on your hand. Here's Lion King merch. Hakuna Matata. You get a Lion King tail, all kinds of plushes, very soft. Ooh, look at this Lion King painting by Thomas Kincaid. It's an original, and it's $1,000 for this original Thomas Kincaid painting. 12 by 8, framed, And it's even signed by Kincaid right there. Wow, very cool. All right, taking a look around. If you are a Lion King fan, this is definitely the place for you. They got figurines here at the bottom, kids sides, youth size shirts, more plushes, all kinds of like sweaters, which kind of surprises me since this is always a warmer climate area. They got a fanny pack here with Lion King on there, Pumbaa, Simone, Crocs, beach towels. There's a nice looking Lion King shirt. This is a button up. It's pretty thin too. Here's some sweatpants set. There's a backpack. It says Hakuna Matata on it. There's an umbrella, African themed umbrella. And here's something that a kid can carry around as if they were babies, if they had babies. Baby elephant, baby giraffe. Here's some of the women's section that has their style t-shirts, some sweaters. There's another Loungefly with leopard print. Wonder how long Loungefly will be in style. Wakanda forever. Here's some Wakanda gear for you Marvel fans. There's the Black Panther mask. Alright, let's go over here and see what they have to offer. Some more plushes. A Disney's Animal Kingdom remote control car. Some Disney pins here on my left. They range from $13, $15, and $17. There's a tumbler that has Animal Kingdom on there. Here's some more t-shirts. These are cool because you can't, at first glance at them, they don't really look like Animal Kingdom shirts. They just look like a zoo shirt. Live like a king. Nothing on the back. This one here. I'm not old. I'm just really wise. Aim high, stand tall, enjoy the view. Pretty cool. This one has Africa, the shape of Africa, and it's got all kinds of animals in there. Here's some hats. Living the high life. Life in the fast lane. Wild About Adventure. Some Mickey Mouse hats. Mickey Mouse plushes that where he's dressed up like that. My God, he's getting ready to go on a safari. Some Animal Kingdom hats and shirts. Over here is a button-up. There we go, and that's the gift shop portion. Over here is the snacks and items, edible items here. Okay, now our table's ready. So we're gonna head over to the Tusker House. As you can see, they got like these little bar top tabletops that you can wait at until your reservation's ready. You can also get some beverages as you wait. I was thinking that the sign would be a little bit better than that little rinky-dink sign right there. Tuscan House Restaurant. Here's a check-in. Now I'm gonna head in. All right, this is the inside. So it's a buffet style restaurant. Very African themed on the inside. Lots of tables. There's lots of seating available for this time slot. We picked the last time slot available. All right, Donald's over there taking his pictures. We're gonna go ahead and go to the buffet bar and see what they have to offer here. Oh, looky here. We got two more characters. You got Daisy. And then you got Goofy over there. Daisy and Goofy. Okay, they have mini cornbread muffins. They got mango butter, honey rose rolls, some regular whipped butter. They have ham, turkey, grapes, cheese cubes. They have, this is where you get your salad greens, cucumbers, sliced onions, tomatoes, shredded carrots, chickpeas, feta, and croutons, all available here. Over here they have the salad dressings. Here's some of your main stuff. You got chicken legs, green beans, ketchup, mustard, corn nuggets, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, jasmine rice, chicken curry, and shrimp. And then here toward the end they got braised mashed potatoes. Okay, so it looks like they just repeat here. So over there in the distance, this is what they have to offer. Ooh, I'm about ready to run into Daisy. And then here's Mickey. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a plate. All right, here's what I ended up getting. This is some kind of a curry chicken over rice, braised beef. It's a specialty type of rice. This is shawarma chicken. And then here's the other foods known to everybody. All right, here is the regular plate. This has mashed potatoes and that mac and cheese, which was really awesome. Some mini corn dogs, a chicken leg right there, some cheese and grapes, and then a regular roll. All right, we are now walking to the Kilimanjaro Safari. This is the last ride of the day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. They're getting ready to close, so we're taking the last ride available. As you can tell, there's no wait time or anything. It's like 5 minutes before 7, and this park closes at 7. And we're taking the standby route.
And I'm here to welcome you to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, one of the largest and most beautiful animal parks you will visit anywhere. Our mission is to conserve and protect the small part of the great savannas of Africa, and of course, to share it with you. Today,
Here's some of the decorations that they have here as you walk by. Looks like there might have been some type of, yep, there's some birds over there in the distance. They look like they have mohawks. It's kind of nice that they have those things for those who have to stand in a standby line. They also have these placards with some little fun facts about the animals. Oh, I love riding this with no line, just walking right through. Because this is one of those rides that usually has a 60-minute wait time or more. Hello.
They've been keeping her out longer.
As you approach the loading platform, please note that it is divided into two distinct zones.
Whoa, look at that.
Handrails is the loading zone. Also,
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's some type of rabbit with those ears.
Zone 2 is immediately behind it. As you move out into Zone 2, please note the 4 circles at the feet in each row of the zone. Each row
That was funny.
seat 4 adults.
What kind of rabbit was that?
Next to or on the left of their parents or adults.
Thanks.
As the group ahead of them boards the safari car.
That was kind of neat. They let me get pretty close to it. Oh man, there's hardly anybody on this truck. Two.
You may experience bumps and sudden jolts of this safari adventure. To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems.
All right, we're low.
Sani Sana Warden, that means thank you very much in Swahili. Another thing we like to say here in Harambe today, which means let's go. Jumbo friends, my name is Mackenzie and I'll be your safari guide through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Just a couple safety reminders before we get this show on the road. Please remain seated at all times and also keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. We are going to start our journey off in the Little Ituri Forest. A lot of the animals in this forest are known for their very unique patterns on their fur that help them blend into their surroundings. So it might be a bit harder to see, so we're going to keep our eyes open. On the right is the okapi. They kind of look like they're not related to zebras. Actually, the only relative of the giraffe. And we know that because both the okapis and the giraffe have the same skull shape and the same long prehensile tongue. On the left, there's a saddle-billed stork standing there. That's the female. She has yellow eyes. The male has brown. The saddle-billed storks don't vocalize like other birds. Instead, they rattle their bills together to make noise. That's how they communicate with one another. And their wingspan gets about 9 feet wide, which is the same width as the canopy above your head. On the right on top of the hill, there's a greater kudu. It's kind of on the other side of the bushes now. The greater kudus are a type of antelope. There's Rhino running. On the left, look at him running. The black rhinos are the smaller of the two African rhinoceros species. They do get to about 3,000 pounds. They're usually found alone, unless it's a mom with a baby. They're just pretty solitary animals. Never seen him run before. That was cute. Their horns are made out of keratin. The same thing our hair and nails are made out of. Goes orange color, and then there's those greater kudus. So these are all females. Only the male greater kudus have the horns, but both male and female bongos have them. And these antelopes both have white stripes on their side, while the okapis have them on their legs. But the stripes are there to kind of mimic the sun rays coming through the trees, help them blend in. The bongos are specifically very good at hiding. They are known as the ghosts of the forest. It's very rare to see them out in the wild because they're super shy and very good at camouflage. We're going to make our way out of that forest. And at the bottom of this hill is the Safi River. Safi is Swahili for fresh. So we'll see some freshwater friends. Like these pink-backed pelicans down here. They love these quiet and shallow backwaters. And then in the water, kind of over your right shoulder in that water, they're almost fully submerged up in the water. Pretty hard to see them. They can actually fall asleep under the water. And the pelicans, they are nesting right now. It is kind of mating season for them. They are colonial nesters, which means they return to the same place each year in big colonies that can get to 500 pairs of pelicans. We'll keep our eyes open for any more hippos. They fall asleep under the water because they can hold their breath for about 8 minutes, and their body will naturally float them up to the surface to get a breath without waking them, just like how our body turns us in our sleep. So keep our eyes open for any shadows under there. Usually they do come out at nighttime to graze grass, and they roam large distances, so I think the ones over here probably are roaming around somewhere. They can get to roam 6 miles in a single night. Wow. And then coming up on our left are the Nile crocodiles, the largest crocodilians in Africa. Pound. Look at this one under the water on the left down there. Of any animal on the reserve. They get chomped down through bone. However, gentle too. They'll scoop up their baby's eggs inside their mouth if there's any danger. They'll even roll them around against their teeth with their tongue to help them hatch. Sometimes baby crocodiles will even ditch a ride in their parents' mouth a little faster over large distances. And speaking of large distances, looks like we're about to head into the savannah. You can see a lot farther up ahead. There are a lot less trees and bushes. It also means there are less places for the animals to hide. So they cannot rely on their camouflage to keep them safe out here as much as the friends we saw earlier in the forest. Instead, savanna animals must rely on their speed and agility to keep them safe. See some wildebeest off in the distance. See what other fast animals we can find out here. Looks like they're on that side of the savannah. The landscaping out here is kept very neat and tidy by the residents. Like those wildebeest, they mow the lawn. There's some tall animals that will trim the trees. And some big animals that like to knock over trees to make room for new ones to grow. So we'll see if we can find any of those. We have a bunch of termite mounds all around. Termite mounds are made out of dirt and dung and spit, and they bake in the savanna heat, so they're as tough as concrete. So the big animals like elephants, we use them to get scratch an itch. So on the right there, that one has been worn down over the years. And some of the smaller animals will climb to the top of that one to keep a lookout. The termite mounds, they are not solid, they are pious, and they have a lot of places for the termites to hide in. It's like a big fortress for them. On the top of the hill, looks like we have some Ankole cattle and some wildebeest. The Ankole cattle are one of the 2 domesticated species we have here on the reserve. They are considered sacred, so they're never used for meat or milk. They're more like a symbol of wealth. So the more Ankole cattle you have, the more money you got. Looks like there's 2 over there. So Ankole cattle, you can kind of see their horns from over here, about 4 feet long each. And the wildebeest, they all have the horns too. The wildebeest usually use their horns as a way to protect themselves. Also use it to dig up roots and stuff to eat. And the Ankoles use them for protecting themselves too, but they also use it to regulate their body temperature. So since their horns are huge, they have a lot of blood vessels in them, so they'll tilt their head back and forth to cycle the blood around, and it cools down, and then it'll cycle back into the rest of their body to cool their temperature. I think maybe there's somebody standing in the road up ahead. That's where we're stopped for a second. Their groups of them can range into the hundreds of thousands. Left are the giraffes. Look at, they're all giraffes. They have darker spots than the other species. They're also taller on average. Get to around 18 to 20 feet tall. And they have the 2 little ossicones on their head, which are horns covered in fur. Because of those long legs, it takes a lot of energy to sit down and stand back up. So giraffes will stand for most of their life, even while they're sleeping and while they're giving birth, which means the first thing a baby giraffe experiences is gravity. They fall 6 feet to the ground. Then starts their lungs, gets them ready to run within an hour of their life. So they don't really need to sleep a whole lot. They only need about 30 minutes a day. And they don't need to do that consecutively. They could just take a couple power naps. And that clears up the rest of the day for eating. They'll spend up to 20 hours eating or chewing their food. They're like ruminants. They're like cows. So they have 4 chambers in their stomachs. So they'll chew the food, swallow it. They'll go through one section of the stomach to partially digest it. Then they will regurgitate it and chew, swallow over and over and over again.
Are their tongues black?
Yeah, it's like a purplish, blackish color. We don't really know why, but our best guess is that the dark color helps protect their tongue from getting sunburnt. Since, you know, they eat a lot, their tongues are out.
Sure.
Looks like this one's coming to check out what's going on. This is the youngest one up ahead.
There's like nothing going on here. Just walking through the road.
They're terrifying.
She's like, what's going on over here? Got any snacks?
You got any snacks?
Yeah, they might be looking for snacks.
It does look like she's like trying to see what's happening. That's funny.
You like any humans in there?
Where are you stopped?
Stopped in our path?
Okay.
Did something stop?
I think so. Must be a rhino.
Oh yeah.
They've been in and out of the road all day.
Good luck convincing one to move.
And we couldn't even go for it even if we wanted to because now the giraffe's blocking the road.
Yeah, it's nature.
But they make the same noise that goats do. I never heard them before. Kind of cool.
Really? You said they don't like to sit down, but they do sit down on occasion?
Yeah, they do. Usually, not really in the wild, but out here they feel pretty safe, so they'll sit down. Just takes a lot of energy, so they don't love to do it. Looks like they're about to clock out over there.
Maybe that girl over there is feeding them food.
Yeah. Most of the zoos will have like a natural barrier, so you can't really tell unless you know what you're looking for. So yeah, on the left there's some chains down there on that road. That's the cattle guard.
There's more trouble than it's worth to hunt. That's cool.
And all the animals have like they can choose whether they want to go in for the night. Usually the wildebeest will stay out all night out here. And when that happens, the zookeeper has to stay here all night too.
Keep an eye on them?
Yeah, just like if they are on this, if they're not in their night house, somebody has to keep an eye on them. I think if they're in the night house, everybody could go home though.
Does it ever happen where they all decide to go in the house at the night?
Yeah, it's usually what happens, but they're very well like accustomed to their like little what's it called, routines. Their routine. So some of the, you know, they're trained, but it's more like a routine. Like they know I go in now, and here's an elephant on the left here. This is an African elephant. Look at his little foot. This is the biggest elephant. He's 42 years old and 13 feet tall. And usually the male elephants like to hang out by themselves, while the females and the babies will live in a big matriarchal herd. It's getting a little snack. An elephant will eat up to 300 pounds of food in a single day. It's a lot of hay, a lot of carrots and plants. It's a lot. Up ahead we got some greater flamingos. They're called greater because they are the tallest flamingo. When they stand up straight, they get to about 4 to 5 feet tall. You see those ones sitting down in the mud. They are nesting. So if one stands up, you might be able to see an egg. Flamingos are hatched small, fluffy, and gray. And within a year or two of their life, they eat so much shrimp they turn pink. Look on the right. She digging a hole?
Like,
Aw, shake. That's funny. Sometimes they throw dust on their backs to cool down. Well, I don't know, she's just digging a hole there. The wildebeest use their horns to dig a root, so maybe she's trying to find a snack in there. That's funny. There's another elephant on the left there. Elephants and rhinos have very sensitive skin, so they both like the mud. On the left, this is a mud wallow where the rhinos roll around. The mud will coat their skin, act like a sunscreen, bug repellent, and moisturizer all in one. You see a lot of the rocks and trees around here are covered in that orange mud, probably from when one scratched their side to get some excess mud off. So we'll keep our eyes open for any of the white rhinos. I think they were the ones in the road, so they might be around here. And then, but first, coming up on our left, there's a cheetah up on the top of that hill. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They can get from 0 to 70 miles an hour in 3 seconds. But they can't maintain that speed forever. It is about a couple hundred yards before they must slow down. They're kind of like sprinters. And yeah, they're cool. There's some more over here. They're pretty hard to spot. Get it? Yeah, they're neat. They cannot roar. Instead, cheetahs purr and meow, just like a house cat. They're the biggest cat that can do that. There's another big cat coming up here, but look, don't look at that bunny. There's a lion, just lying around up there. He probably won't roar, but at night time they do roar. At top volume, it can be heard from about 6 miles around. There's another bunny. So he's got that big fluffy head of fur protect him, kind of like a helmet. She's around there too. The females do the hunting at night while the males stay at home, protects the cubs and the pride. There she is up there. Yeah. So yeah, you see there's like that moat down there?
Yeah.
So that's what keeps them over there. And she's... Man, I've never seen this many bunnies. Look, that's a good picture right there. Look at her.
There's some great.
It's like cats looking out the window.
Wonder if she get up or not.
Those are African bunnies. Ha 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 ha. Lionesses, they're the hunters, and they hunt in a team. They're one of the only big cats that will hunt as a team. Most other cats are solo, like the cheetahs. Well, don't see any rhinos. They must have went in. But on the right, there's a big pile of rhino poop. All the rhinos poop in the same place. And they use it as a way to communicate with each other. They'll all come over and smell each other's poop, see who's in the area, who's single and ready to mingle. Sounds like a joke, but it's true. And on the right, there are a couple of the ostrich's eggs. I didn't see any of those ostriches, but each of the females in the area will lay their eggs together for safety, but they're very safe on their own. A single ostrich egg weighs as much as 24 chicken eggs, so they're so dense that an adult human can stand on one and it wouldn't even crack the shell.
They leave them unattended?
Sorry. What'd you say?
They they leave the eggs unattended?
Yeah, so most of the animals know not to mess with the ostrich's eggs because they have a very powerful kick. But usually they'll probably come back in a second to check them out. They're usually not too far away for them. This is the warden's post. Warden hangs out here. Got some, if you see that yellow thing, the yellow and wooden thing in the middle yard, that's a beehive. That's how they get their honey. Also serves another purpose. So here in Africa, unfortunately, sometimes elephants will roam into places they're not supposed to be. More specifically, they'll roam into farmers' fields and they trample and eat all the crops. That's not good for the farmers. They lose all that money. It's also not good for the elephants because it puts them in harm's way. So we've been trying to come up with a nicer and more efficient way of deterring elephants. And through a lot of research and observing the elephants here at Animal Kingdom, we learned that elephants are terrified of bees. They have a very sensitive skin and a great memory, so they never forget a bee sting. So anytime an elephant sees or hears a bee, they will run in the opposite direction. It gave us the good idea to build those beehives around places we don't want the elephants to go, and it's a win-win-win situation for everyone. Nobody gets hurt. The elephants, almost said the elephants get to keep the honey. No, the farmers keep their honey, get some extra to sell. It's also good for the bees because they are near extinction. So it's good to help them out in any way we can by providing them with homes. The Elephant and Bees Project is a great example of how we can coexist with animals and all benefit each other. So it looks like we're nearing the end of our journey here. Hope you guys had fun, learned some new stuff. If you have any more questions, anybody in khaki can answer them for you. We don't like to say goodbye, because goodbye is far too sad and much too final. So instead of saying goodbye, we say kwaherini, which means to go well in Swahili. Thank you! If you're sitting on that right-hand side, watch your hands, arms, feet, legs. Doors will be opening. Kwaherini.
Okay, here we are at an empty Animal Kingdom. It's closing time. We just got off of the safari, the Kilimanjaro Safari. Ooh, and that squirrel was like right next to me. All the workers are closing up shops. A lot of them are already closed, but this is about as empty as you'll see Animal Kingdom. Usually it's shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow.
They shut down everything at exactly closing time, but we got on the safari ride at about 6:58 and they let us get on. So there was only about maybe 10 of us on the ride. So that was really nice. It's like a private tour.
Yeah, I recommend staying closer to that closing time hour, and then you can pretty much jump on any of your favorite rides. Almost like on a standby, 5-minute standby. And then as you get off the ride, take a look around. It's empty. Right or left? All right, we're gonna go over here to the left, take a look at the back side of the Tree of Life. Such a beautiful sight. Now we are leaving at 7 o'clock where it's still daylight, but if you're lucky enough to be here whenever the Animal Kingdom is dark when you leave, you can see the tree all lit up.
We think that this little spot is a good one for coming down to the tree to get your pictures taken.
Alright, so we're gonna walk over here and get our picture taken. There's nobody around. At this really cool spot. See, there's usually a photo pass person here. So take a look at that. Tree of Life. With the lily pads and the water. And it's quiet here right now. Awesome. Alright, take a look at that duck.
They're nice here.
Yeah. They see thousands of people a day. I wouldn't recommend petting one though.
What's on there?
They got all kinds of waterfalls throughout the park. Curious if you are watching this, what is your favorite ride here at Animal Kingdom? If you are a Disney fanatic and know all the rides or have been here before. Is it Everest? Is it the Flight of Passage, the Avatar rides, the Safari, the Navi River,
What's that dinosaur one?
Dinosaur. Yeah, if you are a dinosaur fan, I recommend getting here soon to ride that ride because they're going to be closing it and turning it into something else soon. Over here on my left is Feathered Friends in Flight. It's where they do a bird show. The birds will fly right over your head. And then if you are an Up fan, here's a great photo op of Doug and Russell. Oh, take a look at this. Some of the people who sweep up. Oh, today is Mother's Day. So they...
Stands for Mickey's Mouse. Oh, Mom.
That's Mom. It's Mother's Day. I had to take a picture of it.
Take me a picture.
Alright, well. Okay, over here on the left. Looks like it's,
Squirrel's white.
that's his belly. Oh, he is like kind of a light color. That must be the female squirrel maybe, and there's the male squirrel. The one's got their eye on me, the other has their eye on the squirrel. On the other squirrel. Very cute. They got like old movie posters. This is usually a photo op spot also for Photo Pass. It's got all those flags that's similar to like Everest has. I love how Disney does their theming on their buildings. They go into great detail. Like, take a look at this area that we're getting ready to walk through. Discovery Island. Here's a look at the river.
They usually will have characters that float up and down the river. Today, though, we only saw people playing drums. Didn't see any characters.
Over here on the left is Adventurers Outpost, where you can meet Mickey and Minnie. There's always a long wait time to meet the characters, especially Mickey Mouse. We were in line earlier to meet Carl or Russell and Doug. Right before we were getting ready to get our picture taken with Russell, and they had to switch and they brought Doug out. I give the person who's in that costume some time to switch out and cool off, because here in Florida those guys are dressed up in those big old thick costumes in this 90-degree heat. Oh, over here is like a turtle. Take a look at this. He's huge. It's a tortoise.
Black Mountain. Aww.
No, don't touch him.
Look at these shells all cracked or something.
Here's some information on the black mountain tortoise if you're interested. See you later, Mr. Tortoise. Okay, up ahead here is a Discovery Trading Post. This is the first gift shop that you see as you walk into Animal Kingdom. It'll be on your right whenever you are walking in. This is where Doug and Russell are usually at for any kind of photo ops. We're going to take a look at the Tree of Life from the front side, so that way you guys could see what kind of animals are carved in there. So as you can see, most people want to stand here to get their photograph, but where we showed you guys earlier from the back side, I think really is the best spot. There's the Tree of Life from the front side.
Friendly tip, my friend. She's always ready.
Alright, there are these gold statues. If you have one of the Magic Band Pluses, you can activate these things by waving your arm around. Not sure how.
That other one wouldn't talk to me either. That guy said they might be off.
Oh, they might be off. Okay.
7:30 now.
Alright, let's go inside this Discovery Trading Company gift shop and see what they have to offer. Take a look at this gift shop before we leave. Oh, that's a cool Disney mug. With the old logo on there, the old-fashioned logo. There's a sweater for on the chilly days in Florida, which doesn't happen very often. Some white Mickey Crocs. There's a golf shirt for those of you guys who like to golf. It is a Nike golf shirt.
That's cute.
Look at these different kinds of hats. I got the Goofy hat and Fantasia. Lounge flies are like the most popular thing right now. Mickey and Minnie. And another lounge fly. Never seen that one before. The Tree of Life. The Tree of Life lounge fly. Alright, there's your classic Mickey pose shirt. Wild About Disney. Here's some hoodies on the left hand side, and look at these all black Loungefly Mickey bags. Like a matte black finish. Here's just a regular backpack. Comes with a pin. You just have to believe. There's Moana on a shirt. Moana's character meet and greet is here at Animal Kingdom. This is a big gift shop. It's nice being able to tour this without anyone really here. Oh, look at that. That's the Yeti Loungefly. And then Baymax at the top. A candy one. Coco at the very bottom. There's the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Pumbaa, Lion King. Here's some jewelry.
Make sure. These are the new Dooney and Burke designer bags that Disney does every year. So here's like the tote. Here's kind of a backpack or a crossbody. There's a crossbody, one pocket. Their wallet. Dooney and Burke versus a big designer brand. And the wallet is $168.
Well, how much is that backpack?
This one is $298. A super cute pattern this year. Here they have a big tote bag. $268. You can fit all kinds of stuff in it.
There's a bird in here. Here's some Citizen watches, $375 on up, $395. Let's take a look at this side. So all the Disney characters actually own that shirt. Your classic Mickey hat for a man. I like how they fluffed the hood. I just watched her fluff the hood to make it look nice for opening tomorrow. Alright, where dreams come true, Walt Disney World. There's the Mickey Mouse hands over there you can buy. Here's some more Nike golf shirts that have Mickey on the front. A gold sweater, $85. Okay, over here is 2024 merchandise. There's a classic Walt Disney World black backpack. I kind of like that. Some more tees. Oh, this is one of my favorites for a couple. I'll be your Mickey. I'll be your Minnie. They do have that mobile checkout, which is really nice when there's a long line. Here are all the other tees that they have for $25 each when you buy two, or they're $30 each. Yeah, this store just keeps on going and going. All right, here's the new Wish movie. I wasn't a big fan of that movie, to be honest. But they got the merchandise to represent it.
Merchandise for Wish that just came out not too long ago.
Limited time bonus. Select Wish items are 40% off. They're trying to get it off their shelves. Oh, take a look at this Chewbacca. That's cool. I got to meet Chewbacca at one of the character meet and greets. Also, here's a little fun fact. If you have a Disney Visa card, or if you sign up for one, they give you 2 exclusive meet and greets. One at Hollywood Studios and one at Epcot. That only people with a credit card can get their picture taken with the people they have there. The one at Hollywood Studios is Darth Vader. The one at Epcot is a surprise. We got Mickey Mouse when we did it. Alright. Here's some iPhone cases and decals, or magnets, or actually magnets at the top, and some socks, animal or the Lion King socks. A black baseball with Mickey Mouse on it. About every princess you can imagine here on the with the plushes. Look at this. This is all stuffed animals and plushes. $25 on up. Oh, look at that Wall-E. You don't see him too often anymore because it's getting kind of old. Zootopia. They're actually going to change one of the rides here at Animal Kingdom. It's hard to be a bug and turn into Zootopia. There's some lollipops. Magic Band pluses. Some snacks, popcorn. Some coffee mugs. These are the new arrivals that are just in. Abuela, abuelo, mom, papa, dad, mom, grandpa. This is what they look like. Brand new Disney coffee mugs. And a classic Mickey hand. That would have put a lot of coffee in there if you got that. Here's some tumblers. Starbucks tumblers. I bet you they're a pretty penny since they have well, here's the prices, $25. Look at that, all the way up to $45 for the stainless steel one, which I think might be that one. Some beach towels. Some sippy cups for your little ones. Some with a straw.
Let's wait till we leave this store.
And then if you want to decorate your home, they got all kinds of Mickey stuff here to decorate your house with. So there's something for everyone here in this gift shop. Okay, exiting out of the gift shop. Now we are going to head toward the buses. Looks like the exodus here has picked up a little bit and people are all leaving at the same time. Another thing that I do love about staying on Disney property is the Disney transportations. We can use a bus to get home, and depending on which resort you're staying at, there are multiple options for traveling. There's the bus, there's the boat, the monorail, or even the Skyliner. A lot of people are going to the left, so we'll go to the right. That tree there doesn't have a whole lot of bark on it. Smooth. Sorry about that. Yeah, there is a nice flowery scent as you are exiting here. That wouldn't surprise me if Disney made that on purpose.
I'm sure.
Because at Magic Kingdom, as you are entering in, they pump out the smell of popcorn.
Popcorn in one area and chocolate chip cookies in another.
Yeah, popcorn, chocolate chip cookies to get people to buy. And you know what? It works.
I saw on a different reel one time that Disney World, and I think it's Magic Kingdom only, makes approximately $1 million per day on popcorn. Does that seem crazy?
Yes. There is a Rainforest Cafe here right outside the gates of Animal Kingdom, which also has a secret entrance. If you go to the Rainforest Cafe, you can come in that way.
There's some more. Oh, look at their wings. Those are some kind of pelican or something. They're pink.
Yeah, pink pelican.
Okay, this is right at the exit or entrance. They have a little display here of African spoonbills. These birds here, I'm not a big fan of birds, but they look like their wings on the inside are pink. Oh, we lost some of them. And there, through the gate. There we go.
Okay, right here near. There it is. There's our exit of the Animal Kingdom. Thanks for watching, guys.